I received this question from a follower and could not wait until an Amas episode asked me anything about sex to answer the plea. This man is wanting his wife to give him some anal oral pleasure, but does not know how to ask and has asked me for my help. Well, I am here to provide some assistance, pun intended. If you're of any sex orientation or gender expression and would like to know how to assertively solicit Anilingus, follow my lead. I am Dr. Tanji, the Sex Doctor Board Certified Clinical Sexologist and lover of all things sexual health and human sexuality. Welcome! If you have not done so yet, subscribe. Your subscription not only flatters me, but also helps this channel grow. The algorithm tends to hide my content, but your likes, comments, subscriptions, and shares help the algorithm prioritize my videos instead of hiding them. We all have the right to inquire, share, and learn about sex. So let's send a loud and clear message that sex is nothing to be ashamed of and that we need to keep these conversations going. You may also become a member of the Sex Intelligent Club for juicy and exclusive content that I cannot publish here. If you want more and to show love for my work, subscribe now. Join the Sex Intelligent Club and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks. How to ask your partner to eat your ass is basically the question. Anilingus, also known as rimming or eating ass, is performing oral sex, but instead of it being performed on genitals, it is performed on the anus and around the anal area. In other words, anal oral sex. Anilingus can be given, received, or both by people of any sex orientation or gender expression. Do you know you can talk to me live? I'm leaving the link below so you can schedule your time and talk to me about sex. Why would someone want to lick, suck, or kiss an anus? Well, for some, the anus is the ultimate taboo, which makes it attractive and, for many, a very intimate area to stimulate. The anal area is also very erogenous, with abundant nerve endings that, when stimulated, can feel amazingly good. And those nerve endings are there regardless of how you look, by the way. Providing anilingus can also be considered an act of service to a partner, receiving it an act of submission, or the reverse. Giving anal oral pleasure can be an act of dominance, and being on the receiving end of rimming an act of submission. Some also view anilingus as a very intimate act, since you need a lot of trust and to be totally uninhibited to give it or receive it. So how do you have these conversations about wanting to receive oral pleasure with a partner? In this case, the question came from a man who wants his wife to give him anal oral pleasure, but the same principles apply for anyone who would like to broach the subject of asking for anilingus. How do you ask? Present the idea to your partner and let them process and give you their honest answer. Be ready to ask or answer questions, and if they say no, respect it. Make the conversation playful and do not be ashamed to bring the subject. Bring about the topic of fantasies and desires and let them share with you theirs. When it's your turn, tell them you have been wanting to explore having your butthole licked or kissed or pleased orally, however you want to call it. Here's an example. I love when you touch around my butthole and have been fantasizing about you going down on me around the anal area. Or, I know my butthole is very sensitive and have been wanting you to put your mouth down there. Wait for their reaction or their answer. If they object, ask them what about the act makes them apprehensive. Listen intently and ask more questions to really understand where they're coming from. If they say they find it gross, ask them what specifically do they find gross. They may say, poop comes out of there. Say you understand, and you know how that can be unappealing, and ask them if they would be open to play around the area if you washed your inner butt cheeks and your anus really, really well with some soap right before they're ready to kiss it. Some people do not enjoy to have hair in their mouths. And if you have a hairy butthole, that can be a deterrent to anilingus, so offer to get rid of it. If your partner still offers objections, continue to ask them for specifics and offer mitigating solutions that will assure them that their concerns will be considered and taken care of. Whatever it is, whether it is being afraid of you farting in their mouth while they are providing anal oral, finding hair and toilet paper, or simply associating the anal area always with a bad smell or poop, continue to talk about it until everyone is clear and all concerns have been addressed. Do not expect to persuade them during the first conversation. If you brought up the topic one time and found opposition, ask for further discussion some other time. If the conversation did not go anywhere the first time, do not get discouraged and ask your partner if they would think about it and if you could bring the subject back at a later time after further consideration. It may take a few conversations to put all fears and concerns at ease. Start with the outside and non-oral stimulation first. If your partner is not ready to eat ass like it's their last meal yet, solicit some other less invasive acts around that area, like a massage with just fingers. They can wear gloves while doing it to make anal stimulation easy on them. Provide feedback and thank them for being open to give you anal pleasure. Do not force them into doing anything they don't want to do. If after several conversations, offering options to offset their concerns, being very understanding and accommodating to their needs, you still get a negative response, respect their decision. Ask for other options if things do not go as desired for you. Maybe your partner does not want to perform anilingus on you, but you can still play with your own butthole during sex or wear a vibrating butt plug while having intimacy with your partner if you want some anal insertion. There are also toys that can stimulate your anus, perineum, testicles, and penis and provide your partner with clitoral or anal pleasure during intercourse. Be creative! And if all else fails, you can always play with your own butthole when you're enjoying some self-love. Your body belongs to you, so if you like your anus stimulated, you can do so while masturbating and you don't need anyone else for that. If you've had a successful story about sharing anilingus with your partner, leave your comments below. As always, I wish you healthy, safe, and pleasurable sex of any kind. This is Dr. Tanji, the Sex Doctor, and I'll see you next time.